Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Wolverine and Kitty Pryde by the amazing Chris Claremont with this gorgeous Alan Davis cover. If this is the closest we're going to get to a reunion between Chris and Alan, I will take it. But come on, how about a Excalibur nostalgia series? Putting it out there, y'all. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. So this takes place shortly after the original Kitty Pryde and Wolverine miniseries. Very interesting that it was initially called Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, and now it's called Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. And I'm also surprised that it was called Kitty Pryde and Wolverine back in the day, because Wolverine, you would think, would have got top billing. I don't know. Anyway, writer Chris Claremont, artist Damian Corsiero, color artist Carlos Lopez, and letterer Ariana Maher. I think if this is fun to have Chris Claremont do this, you know, Tom Brewer has come out and said that Chris Claremont will not write the X canon, and he probably shouldn't. You know, those really aren't Chris Claremont's X-Men. They don't have his voices. So if we can get these nostalgia, sort of retrofitted miniseries that come from the Chris Claremont universe, I'll take them, because all the characters feel right, they feel correct, they act how they're supposed to act. The one complaint I'll have, and I'm not going to harp on it, is that the art is just serviceable at best. It's super mediocre. I feel like a legend like Chris Claremont deserves like top-notch art, and Alan Davis should be drawing this. That would have been so amazing. But it's not happening, and we have what we have. The art is just minimalist, nothing exciting. And it just gets you through the story. We're in Tokyo, Japan. Kitty's just been, you know, given like her ninja powers, and they're staying with Mariko, Wolverine's fiance, lover, ex-fiance at the time. Yukio is here. Mariko's daughter is here, Akiko, from that great like dragon story from the X-Men when they came back from Secret Wars back in the day. If you know, you know. So anyway, Kitty is bitching and whining, as she always does. She didn't ask to be a ninja. She doesn't want it. Yukio and Wolverine are like, no, no, no. We're the best we are at what we do, and we're going to train you to be the best you are at what you do. You got to do something with these ninja powers, not that you have them. I took slight issue with this approach just because I always felt like, especially like when Kitty was kicked off the X-Men and, you know, didn't want to be an X-baby or whatever, I feel like she's like always pushed hard to be a superhero, and it just seemed weird to me. I don't remember her not liking being given the ninja powers, but maybe she did. You know, it's been a hot minute. So I should have reread the miniseries, but I didn't feel like it. But I do want to revisit that at some point, and I think it would be worth it. I have to point out that this ad for this crossover event is horrible. Like, comic books are a visual art form, and comics is visual storytelling. And to have a 2-page ad for a huge comic book event with a third of 1 page of art, it does not do it for me. So shame on you, Marvel. Anyway, so it's kind of interesting because Chris Claremont really creates a very, very kind of different story than you would expect. You know what I mean? You know, because he's got, you know, like Kitty getting like this costume that she never had, and Mariko's daughter sort of getting this costume. I don't really remember if that happened or if this is just sort of like retrofitted, like continuity, you know, like even though there was no reference to this happening in regular continuity, I'm sure that like nothing happens, you know, that makes it so far from the norm of believability, you know, like Kitty dying or something like that. Obviously that's not going to happen. So this is like kind of a good setup. We get them in their superhero, like she gets this new costume. She's trying to turn around her attitude. They're all staying together, and then suddenly it all gets flipped on its ear, and they're transported to sort of like this ancient Japan, and they're going to have to face off against this female warrior, I guess. So this felt like a lot like setup. I don't know where exactly we're going to go, but it's kind of fun nonetheless. Will the Ellen Davis covers be enough to bring me back for issue 2? I'm not 100% sure yet. Like, it was just kind of fun and throwaway. I feel like I really enjoyed the Gambit miniseries that he did, and I think that these are totally fun. Didn't he do a Wolverine one recently that was really great too? Anyway, fans of Chris Claremont will love this. It's a fun little shoe-in story that takes place a long time ago, but after the Kitty Pryde and Wolverine series, the beloved miniseries from the 80s. Anyway, if you're a big Claremont fan, pick it up. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more soon.